Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Reddit Cheating Stories. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with the first story. My boyfriend cheated on me after giving birth to our twins. I was going through my boyfriend's phone and saw that he had blocked a girl on Facebook. I decided to look up her name and message her to find out that he had messaged her and was seeking to hook up. The messages were dirty, and pictures were exchanged. The girl supposedly didn't know that I was in the picture or that he had just had a recent newborn. It hadn't even been a month. A little over 2 weeks since our babies were released from the hospital, and he was asking this girl to hang out on his day off when he should have been with me and the babies. I feel insecure and disgusted. It's not like I didn't give my boyfriend attention before or after I gave birth. I have given him everything. I confronted him a week ago, and he's begging me to forgive him. I feel like I'm never going to forget that he did this to me, especially during a vulnerable time. There's so much more to the story, but that's all I really have to say. My heart hurts. I do not deserve this. And now let's see what other Redditors thought about it. Make sure to let us know in the comment section how you would have reacted. Don't want to make it harder for you, but if he did this 2 weeks after you gave birth, he either has some serious issues, or this wasn't the first time. You're right. You do not deserve this. Focus on you and your kids because he won't. I ended up telling his sister and mom what he did to me, and their initial reaction was, "Not again. Why do you keep doing this?" It's every relationship he's had that he's cheated on every girl with. To think that I was the one in my daughters and I weren't enough. I'm the provider of the household, I've given him everything. The same thing happened to me. I'm currently divorcing. I'm sorry this happened to you. Concentrate on those beautiful babies. Get your child support. And of course, you spoke to his mom and sister. I'm sure dad wasn't in the picture, just like my situation. Father figures help keep men in line. I'm pretty impressed that he had the energy to cheat just after being in labor and birthing 2 humans. He tried to meet the girl on the day one of my twins was being discharged from the NICU, not even one day that one of them was home. I'm not bad looking. It's not like I didn't take care of him when I couldn't or didn't want to have sex anymore. I'm successful, so I don't understand why he would seek attention elsewhere and risk everything he has in front of him. I'm sorry. You are amazing and worth everything. I'm sorry he did this to you. I send you so much love. You are beautiful and a great mom. Thank you so much. It really feels nice to hear I'm a good mom, especially with it being my first babies. This is absolutely heartbreaking, especially because he is just your boyfriend, not husband. He really couldn't put a ring on it because he didn't want to commit. That should have been the first red flag, and you need to focus on motherhood instead and file for child support. It's funny that you say that because I begged him to marry me and would often ask him when he was going to do so. However, I don't know if that justifies it. We have only been together for a year and a half, and officially a year since he asked me to be his girlfriend. You shouldn't have had to beg him, that's when you should have seen the green light to leave. Now, I have the ball in my hands. And I don't know whether to try and make him stay and change for the betterment of his state of mind, our relationship, and our family. Or become roommates and co-parents, or simply kick him to the curb with nowhere to go and just call it quits. Do what's best for you and what will give you peace of mind. I don't think it's about me anymore. It should be about our children. I was raised in a household where my parents have been together since middle school, and they have only been married once. He was raised by divorced parents. It's more normal to see that nowadays, but it's not normal to me. I don't want my twins to be raised in a split household. I don't want another woman being a mother figure to them if we were to go our separate ways. I don't know what to do in general. I don't know what will give me peace of mind. It's really sad. Find a safe place to stay. Get out, this will happen again. If it's your place, pack him a bag and tell him to leave for a while. You can figure out whether you want to forgive him later. You will never trust him again. It's too much. Just make sure you and the babies are safe. I bought us a house, and we just moved in officially, I'd say 2 weeks ago or so. If I kick him out, which I tried to do, he'd have nowhere to go. I need his help at night with the babies, so as of right now, it's convenient for him to stay. I am safe. You're right, it's a lot to take, given that I just gave birth. I'm only 23. No, you didn't deserve this, and who is to say there weren't other people as well? When my daughter was 6 weeks old, her dad came down to where I lived for a doctor's appointment for the baby. I live in a small town. He lived 40 minutes away up north. So we took our daughter to get looked at, and then we went back to my house. Tell me why this man said to me, "Oh, I'll be right back. I have a friend here who is going to give me money." I looked at this man as if he were half crazy. I couldn't even get mad or upset anymore. I was so tired of how he treated me. I broke up with him, and not one tear was shed for all the crap he put me through. The moral of the story is you don't need him to be your partner, you just need him to love your kids. People never change that quickly, and if he really wants to be with you, he needs to really think about what he did. I'm so sorry to hear that. I am very sensitive and cry a lot. But when you speak to him regarding the situation and my feelings, I break down after so much talking. I've said that if he wants to work it out, he wants to stay for me and love me, not just for the babies. But I also don't know if he's just staying for the house I just bought, the money, and obviously the twins. How do I know he won't do it to me again? He knows what he did, and he's changed a lot in his actions by helping me with the twins at night and doing chores around the house. But now I still think we lack communication, love, and so on. I feel like I'm losing feelings or as if I'm resenting him. I want this to work out because I don't want to raise our twins in a split household. It seems like you have your life together pretty well. I cried all the time after having my kids, and when I get upset, I cry too. I take antidepressants, and they have helped me a great deal, though they're not for everyone. All you can do is try your best to set time aside each day to have a good conversation with him. Try to engage with each other, not just when the babies are awake. Plan dates, maybe once a week or every 2 weeks. But also make sure he gives you a little time for yourself as well. You will be emotional for a while, and it does die down. You have to learn to forgive him and forgive yourself. Let him know what he did to you was not okay, but you cannot hold that grudge forever because negative feelings weigh you down, and your soul doesn't need that. Perhaps try couples counseling? Story number 2. I need support, guys, I feel down. A couple of weeks ago, I decided I'd had enough of my ex-fiance's crap. I caught her at a hotel with another guy, and although I tried to work things out, I felt like she hadn't put her best foot forward. So, we decided it was best not to be together. The problem is this. I bought a house for both of us 2 years ago, and I was counting on both of our salaries to help with the bills. She's already talking about child support and claiming that she deserves a portion of the house if I sell it to help her get on her feet and buy her own condo. My point of view is that I put down almost $100,000 of my own money for the house, while she contributed nothing. She's threatening that if I don't give her a portion of the house, she'll stay there for free and not contribute anything until I can't afford it anymore, and the house goes into foreclosure. I think she's being totally unreasonable, and she's trying to screw me over financially. Should I just hire a lawyer and fight it in court? I feel like my world is crashing down on me. I am curious, what are your thoughts on this one? Please let us know in the comments section. And now let's see what other Redditors thought of it. Yes, get a lawyer. Is she on the mortgage? If not, screw her. And yes, you will owe support unless you get 50-50 custody. Get a good lawyer and get a custody agreement in place. I live in New York, and I think even if you get 50-50, the custodial parent gets child support. NY is an at-fault state. If you have proof of her cheating, you will potentially get a much better settlement and likely 50-50 custody. I don't think she will get any of the house. Just sell it and get your money out of it. The thing is, they are not married yet. So he might not have to pay anything except child support if the kids are actually his. In 50-50 custody, there is no custodial parent. Even in New York? Are you sure? That's what 50-50 custody is, man. But you still need to get a lawyer. There's a good chance you can get custody, so she can go whore around. Depending on how bad you want to screw her over, you can. If she never signed anything for the house and it's in your name, she's not entitled to anything. So, if that's the case, you can kick her out and keep the child. If she has no place to live, you can sue for full custody as the child will be best in a stable home. It's my house, and it's only under my name. I don't think I can legally kick her out though. Also, I live in New York if that matters. I hear you on the matter of living in NY. From what I've been hearing, they're not enforcing certain laws, especially squatter laws, and pretty much letting shit run amok. All I can say is, get the best shark of an attorney you can and try to walk away from this as clean as possible. Then, get the hell out of New York, and fast. If she doesn't leave on her own accord, according to New York state law, you would have to get her evicted. If she ever threatens you, you can get a restraining order, which would force her to move. You won't have to worry about her getting the house since it's in your name only. She is viewed as your tenant by the state. You can also give her a notice to vacate. I suggest getting a good lawyer and having them write up an eviction notice, as well as taking her to court for child custody and possibly child support. I know a lot of men think that the courts are against them, but I can tell you that they really aren't. When men fight for more time with their child and or 50-50 custody, they usually get it. I've heard that courts, especially in liberal states like New York, favor women, but in New York, it doesn't matter if you have 50-50 custody. It matters who is the custodial parent who receives child support. Thank you for watching the guys. If you liked it, please a like and make sure to comment to tell us what you would have done in this situation. Also make sure to check the description box if you want to have better relationships or lose that extra weight you can't get rid of. And if you want some videos like this, make sure to check one of these. See you soon.
And if you want to receive a free sketch of your soulmate, click the link in the description now.